Many of us have heard and seen Edd Leach on radio and television as the spokesman for Leach Camper Sales.
Don't forget, the coffee's always on. And don't forget, the coffee's always on.
And don't forget,
the coffee's always on.
In 2009, Edd Leach received a call from his doctor telling him that he had prostate cancer. But he decided then not to let that call change his life.
I remember the day that he called, I was very busy, and I finally got the telephone call, and I was out in the middle of the showroom. And he made the comment, said, well, we had 12 biopsies taken, and 11 of them were benign, but the other one shows you got cancer. Actually, my first thought was, hurry up, I'm busy. And then I thought about that for a minute. It felt like getting kicked pretty hard. And then I thought, well, don't really have time for that right now. Let's get busy and try to block it out of my mind for the next couple hours. And I got home that night and I gave the news to Donna Ray. And so we talked about it.
Ed's wife, Donna, took charge in coordinating and scheduling consultations with the doctors that would be involved in Ed's treatment. They then chose a recommended course of action.
He said the golden way to do it was a massive. And that way, you know, you get the job done and done right. We had a pretty good conversation with him and a couple of the other people that worked with him. I think we left there either later that day and had a pretty good conversation on the way home. And I think by the time we got back to Council Bluffs, we decided to do it, made the appointment.
Right up to the day before his surgery, Ed said he didn't feel like he had cancer. He said in his mind he never felt he was ever sick or that anything was wrong with him.
Then I figured I wanted to have one last run before the operation. And so we go down, and Donna wanted to go for a walk, so her and I went for about a 4-mile walk. Then she wanted to go shopping, of course. So I still wanted to run. So I went for about a 5-mile run then, and I was late getting back for the meeting, of course. And she was embarrassed because I was all red and sweaty and my hair was messed up. But I figured they were going to see me looking a lot worse before long. But we had our conversation, and I felt great. I had a good run, felt great. And my last question was, when are you going to come up with April Fools or something? He didn't do it. So the next day, we had a rather long day.
Determined to get his life back the way it used to be, Ed jumped in with both feet.
I don't listen to people real well sometimes. They told me, the doctor said he would give me a 6 weeks note to be off work. Well, I didn't have anybody to give it to. And like I said, the operation is on Thursday. I went back to work on Tuesday. And by Tuesday, after being there an hour and a half, whatever it was, I knew that wasn't the right thing to do. So the next day, I might have went for like an hour or two there, day after day, but I don't like to sit still.
And Ed's still very active. He's back to running like he used to. Well, almost. Ed says he can run as far as he used to. It just takes a little more time getting there. He's also back doing many of the other things he loves in life.
I like riding my motorcycle back and forth to work. She don't, but that's all right. Enjoy a fishing trip. I've been taking the grandson fishing the last couple summers. Throughout the last 5 years, we've done something as far as going fishing. I like going down to the Gulf or all over the world really and go deep sea diving. I like to spearfish, snare lobsters, that type of stuff.
And when Ed is asked for advice about cancer, he's willing to share his experience, hoping it will help others.
I would think, do some consultations, talk to some other people, get it done as quick as possible. Even the short time that I put it off, in a lot of ways seemed like a long time. And to sit around knowing you have something growing inside of you, I think the pressure that put on your mind would be devastating, really. The main thing is, find out what you're going to do and get it done.